still picking up plastic. Did you fairly well? So I've dispatched 3 chickens. I didn't video that because YouTube frown on it. So I've given them their hot water bath, which I will show you that in another video. Is the battery on my camera ran out again, so I've got it plugged into the mains. So this is plucking a chicken. So I get all the feathers off as best I can. See, it's very easy with the purpose-bred birds to pluck. And you know when they've been in the water long enough, is that because you can peel their feet. Feet are very good for bone broth, so some people use them, some people don't. But also a little tip here as well for you chicken keepers who may have a cockerel. The tip of the nail comes out, you see, because what happens is they grow a new nail and the old nail falls off. The nails don't grow longer, they just produce a new one which falls off when the one underneath is ready. So, and it should just come off. Actually, won't do it now. There, bit of a tug and it's off. So that the feet come pretty clean. I like to bag them up. See, so that foot there is nice and clean. Finish this side of the bird. Oh, I was going to say a tip. If your roosters have very long oh, you know the word I'm looking for, guys. Very long spurs. If you take hold of the spur with some sort of a grip and give it a sharp twist, not just for willy-nilly-ness, but if you know, once the bird is once his spur is too long, you can twist the top off and then you will have a smaller one underneath, which doesn't cause as much damage on your hens or other creatures that they're in with. So spur removal is practice like that, you know. Which I know is part of the part and parcel of keeping a healthy flock, which you've got to do. I'm not so worried about any stubborn feathers, although to be honest, on the Ross and Cobb birds, it just needs a short scald, obviously when the bird is dead. As for the wastage of the feathers and that, they will break down, so if you want to, I've just dribbled coffee all down my neck. If you want to, you can put the feathers and any things you want at the bottom of or in the middle of your compost heap. Obviously, if you live in the country, it's you could throw the insides into the woods or something at the bottom of your field or land for the carrion, you know, the magpies and that. These birds grow really fast. I'm really pleased with them. I'll get the remainder of these feathers off when let's take these off from around the neck. When I wash them, and I'll clean all my cupboard down, or my draining board I should say. This one I've overdone just a smidge, because some of the feathers pulling out with a little bit of skin, but that happens. But to take the legs off, or you hold the chicken up, and then the chicken will find, you know, do it by joint. So you've got the weight of the chicken being I don't want to use the knife on the bone. So you turn him over. So you make a cut from about here, and that'll expose the neck, which is a good source of for making stocks, broths, and so on. Along with the feet, they don't really put the they don't really put things like this in poultry packages anymore, you know. So if you buy a chicken, whereas years ago they would have the giblets in, now they don't. So, and then let's see if I can take this out. Again, you use the knife see, and that's not too bad, so that can go there. So then that leaves you a little bit more workspace. So you have to find the crop now. So you go, it's very slippery. So you go in, let me see if I can move my light over there so you have a bit of light on the subject. And that didn't do it any good, did it? Battery's gone. Oh dear. Oh, it is back. There. It'll come up again. Right, so this puffy bag here, that's the crop. And it's a very, very slippery piece of, in this end you need to, well, I do, because I find you don't really want what's in there, because it's like a soup. You don't want that going into your cavity of your chicken. So the windpipe is okay, but that bit of the crop, I will empty it. There. And then you can right, so you should be left now with the trachea and the crop bag. It's very slippery, but if you can, tie a knot in them. That's because sometimes you can have intestinal liquids or food or part digested things come back up. If it's tied off, then that doesn't happen. But it is so slippery. Oh my goodness. Mind you, oh my meds. I suppose the one bonus is I'm not in so much pain. Dear me. When I realised I'd already swallowed them, I wasn't about to regurgitate them. But you see little feathers, that's no bother. So if you work your finger in, just undone the knot, into the cavity, just to release any well, this is how I do it, other people don't, just to release any sinew from around this, which I've just over a piece of string. I know I got string here somewhere. The rag and bone man's on his way around. Do you have those where you are? So, and now we're on this end. This here is the oil gland, so you make a cut and down. Dispose of that. All birds keep their oil gland in the same place. The reason you take it off is because it doesn't taste very nice. Make sure that's nice and clean. And then you turn them over. Now this here is the vent. You don't want to cut into the vent. Can you see? I'll see if I can move it down a bit. So the vent, the parson's nose. So your aim is, and you can see all the intestines there. The gizzard should be by here somewhere. So what you do is, you go under the breastbone by there, and you give it a good tight pinch, and you get your sharp knife, and then you cut, and you cut, and you cut until you get into the body cavity, and then you pull down and you put your hand inside. You can tell if he's eaten because they're quite full, and you can there's a small old odour. It's not the worst I've ever smelt, but that's why it's less messy if you clean them when they're hungry, you know. But so once you're satisfied, you've released all you can from inside. You can make an effort and pull it all out quite sharply, and have a look what we've got left in there. You have the trachea or windpipe. The lungs. This was a cockerel. There's one testicle. And I'll have a look for the other. The lungs are fixed in the rib cage, so you can put your fingers in and drag down. You can get something to do that, but right. So that's all right. That's chicken fat. That's good. So we'll keep the chicken fat. And so what we want to do now is you take your knife and you make a cut up and around. So I suppose it would be easier to do it there. So what we do with this now, we check inside. And I'll put it to one side, and now I'll sort through this. So you can tell a lot of a chicken by its innards. So there's his intestines. That's his duodenum. he will go in the fridge for 24 hours and then he'll go to freezer camp. So here is the chicken I did yesterday. I did a couple yesterday. Well, actually I did another 3 yesterday. So I gave one to my neighbour, to neighbour across the way there. There is a difference to the skin for this one. And on these, as you can see, there's that's quite yellow, that's quite white. The reason being, after a little while, this outer skin here will come off, and that's how come you get the nice white colour. And then that would be this, like your corn-fed chickens there, that they haven't got the yellow. But this now is ready to go. It's all dressed, it's all ready. That's ready to go in a nice bag. Because it's been in the freezer since it's been in the fridge, sorry, it's been in the fridge for 2 days. So it's now ready to go to freezer camp. So I don't have any Fandangles shrink wrap bags. I just have Common Garden freezer bags. So I'll put it in the bag, take as much air out as I can. With very little or no fluid involved there. So he's all nice. So that's a nice medium-sized bird. I think about £2 ready. Oh, £3.70. £3.11. I'm very happy with that. So this one is ready for the freezer, so I'll put him by there. And then this one, £4.05. So I'm happy with that as well. And this one, that's £4.11. So they need to go in the fridge to have a rest. So my son says that I should have them don't know whether I've told you, but my son is a butcher, and my son said I should have them in the fridge for a couple of days, dry, not in water. The thing is, I think I'm going to need a bigger thingy. He also said don't put them in the bag, but if it's just for them to relax, that's okay, and then I can change the bag.